The mirror is not going to care if you mess up. Hello, Transurfer, and welcome to Transurfing TV. I am Renee Garcia, and this is my video on, actually I didn't know what to call it, so I'm just going to call it perseverance. I want to talk about a number of things, and that's primarily going to have to do with not losing your focus and pushing through to your goal no matter what happens, unless you obviously get a sign that another goal is intended for you. But if you have set an intention for yourself and you are dedicated to reaching that end goal, how you can use primarily Tufty concepts, but really all of the transurfing concepts to stay connected with that intention. Continue to look for your doors, stay steadfast and not let anything get in your way of your goal. So the reason that I say this is because I believe this is the number one reason why most people aren't living the reality that they truly want. And I know that sounds like a very broad general statement, but I think if you were to ask 1,000 people, could things be better? Could you have more? Could you have a better professional reality, or, a better relationship, romantic relationship, or something else in their lives? I think most people would say yes. And I think the reason that we oftentimes do not achieve these things is because we give up too soon. And this really has a lot to do with becoming discouraged because something plays out in your external environment that seems against your intention, and you take that as a sign. I know I've done this a lot in my past where I've sort of, set the vector of the flow, so to speak, and then something's come in my way. And I think, oh, that's a sign I shouldn't be doing that, or I'm not fit for that. That's not intended for me. I don't have the skills to do that. I don't have the money to do that. I don't have the wherewithal. I don't have the time. I don't have the connections. I don't have the this. I don't have the that. And really what that equates to in my mind is me, and I will speak for myself here, that for those of you that did not watch my video on the box constructed of our limiting beliefs. So we have things that are outside of our belief system that we want, right? So let's say you have your box that you live in, and the walls of this box are constructed of your beliefs, okay? And anything that is in line with those beliefs are inside the box with you, right? This is you having the amount of money that you believe you can have. This is you having the type of relationship that you can believe that you can have. If you don't have a relationship, it's because you don't believe you can have it. If you don't have the money that you want, it's because you actually don't believe you can have it. And there are things outside of us, outside of our belief system that we want, that we could get simply by expanding the walls of our belief system. But what happens is this: we expand the walls of our belief system a little bit, and we poke our head out when we see something that looks enticing to us, so we decide to go after it. And in that movement from point A to point B, we encounter an event or a circumstance or some information or a person or something that acts as a roadblock. And to keep ourselves comfortable, we dip back inside of our old belief system box because It's just easier to do that. It's challenging to constantly challenge yourself to expand these walls and go and seek stuff that's outside of your belief system. It's a challenge, and I know that it is. I'm doing this, I'm living this every single day. I mean, this video is a representation of me going after something that I need to expand the walls of my belief system box outward so I can actually achieve the thing. So perseverance is you not letting that thing present itself as a quote unquote problem or a roadblock or a wall or whatever it is, and you going back into your little safe comfort zone that you have existed in previously. So how do you just push through, right? Well, you have to remember the mirror. The mirror is a big one. You have to remember imitating action. Imitating action. In the Tufty book, for those of you who have not yet read this is gold. This is exactly what I'm doing right now. I have no business being on camera, being a YouTuber, leading all the people and talking about this. I'm simply imitating a character that I would imagine doing something like this. And in doing this, a number of things happen. One, I become the character. Two, I'm expanding the walls of my belief box, my belief system. And three, I'm achieving things that are so out of the ordinary, that are so out of my realm of anything that I possibly could have ever perceived myself as having the opportunity to have, right? And this is me simply pushing through. So, advantage is a big one. Anything that happens on your way from point A to point B that seems inconsistent with the script that you have set up, you will simply find the advantage in it over and over and over and over. And like I say to myself all the time, worst case scenario, I learn a very, very valuable lesson. Or worst case scenario, something stops me for a moment and I have a moment to rest and pause and rethink my approach or my strategy, or wait until outer intention brings me some new information or material or options or opportunities for me to achieve that thing. So advantage, imitating action over and over and over. The mirror is not going to care if you mess up. The mirror is not going to care if someone else, excuse my language, cock blocks you, right? The mirror is not going to care if you stumble and trip up on your way to the point B. The mirror will respond to perseverance, persistence, keeping it going, keeping that image projected to the mirror consistent. So if you fall, get up. If somebody comes in front of you that causes you a little bit of imbalance, frail them, figure it out. If something is not going the way that you want to see it go, advantage, pause, re-strategize. This is you persevering and not taking no for an answer, continuing on your path regardless of what comes in your way. So again, highly recommend everyone read this book. It is an absolute game changer in regards to this stuff that I am talking about. This is you keeping on that film roll that you will ultimately achieve exactly what you set your intention to achieve if you follow these beautiful concepts. And this is a super easy read. So remember, like this video if you do in fact like it, and comment in the comment section below, I love Reality Transurfing, to win some reprogramming stickers. Thank you so much for watching my video, everyone. Bye.